Viral this. Viral this. Jimmy Kimmel, 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 viral this.
Jimmy, would you please respond? Yeah. If you don't, I won't believe I'm wrong.
Jimmy Kimmel, viral this.
If you're on the list, you're canceled too.
Eat dick, eat dick, eat dick, eat dick.
Until you respond, we'll assume it's true.
Jimmy Kimmel, viral this. Jimmy Kimmel, viral this.
Welcome to fucking King Bell Radio. So, a lot of you don't understand the point of the show. You know, I did a live with my friend Trey last night. He is one of the Undeniables members, my group, the greatest group of all time. And we are the ones behind hits like this.
Was better than love, chasing feeling. Was better than being free and knowing I got you. Was better than love, chasing feeling. Was better than being free and knowing I got you. You ain't in this alone.
We're known for, you know, our hits like this.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Yeah. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
She like, Daddy, show me how it's done. And she ain't even my son. Loves it when
We are known for hits like this.
Lost my girlfriend, best friend, what I'm gonna do? Feeling like Akon, cause now I'm all alone. I need me a bad chick that's hopping on the road. Man, I can't live that trap life, I got too many goals. Like how does it sound, me laying you down? So wet I might drown, my love is profound. I'm kissing you up, then letting you down. I think of your face when you're not around. You're in my dreams.
I never met you, baby, but you know you drive me crazy. You lay down like that, down like that, down like that.
We wrote that song about 6 years ago. 8. He was on the live stream last night, and we were talking about how long we've been doing this. We've been talking about our whole goal in being the group, The Undeniables, the greatest group of all time. Our album is called The Undeniables, GGOAT. It stands for Greatest Group of All Time. It's our first album that we ever released. And the reason why we put it out was to essentially shit on all of HELLYWEIRD. We never had to suck dick or bend over to get to where we are. We took the talent that we believed that we had and continue to hone in on the skill to give you music that literally is undeniable.
You ain't in this alone. Mentally you could be gone. When you get back, you're not alone. And you ain't in this alone. You ain't in this alone.
We wrote that song about 8 years ago. And here we are talking our shit and living our truth. And here's the best part about tonight. Tonight we're going to watch something. It's a Corey Holcomb watch party. And my favorite comedian of all time is Corey Holcomb. That's where you all have heard this sample.
That's why you watch me. That's why you watch me. That's why you watch me.
Actually, let me play that. Let me run that back. That's actually got to go from the beginning so you guys can understand, one, how dope that flip is. And if you're a fan of 5150 Show, what up? If you don't know what the 5150 Show is, it's Corey Holcomb's live stream. And this is where I got this sample from. Produced by me.
Don't you know I'm not finna do what y'all want me to do.
This was the theme song
Don't you know
to Am I Canceled Yet?
what y'all want me to do. That's why you watch me. 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 That's why you watch me.
Right? Like that was the whole point, right? We mixed the fuck out of that. That came from Corey Holcomb, okay? Corey Holcomb was featured on Cam Newton's podcast. And the reason I started the show this way, talking about the undeniables, talking about how long I've been doing this, and why we talk our shit now the way that we do, is because I believe now is the time that talent shines through. I believe that this is the great humbling, and a humbling for many people, not just the people in HELLYWEIRD in Hollywood that were never fucking talented enough to get to where they were without bending over and sucking dick. It is the great humbling for everybody who followed them. It is the great humbling for everybody who ever doubted people like myself, or someone like my buddy Trey, or somebody like Corey Holcomb. It is now the time that Cat Williams even talked about of we are the real Illuminati. We are the ones, talented motherfuckers who shine off of talent alone for the world to see and is undeniable. So the reason I love the little bit that I've seen of this Cam Newton interview here. Hold up, let me get this right. Oh, we're on the other display. Let's get this on the primary. Here we go. So this is Corey Holcomb right here, if you didn't know. My favorite comedian of all time. And he is on Cam Newton's podcast. It just came out the other day. And from what I have seen, this is Cat Williams 2.0. In my opinion, it's Cat Williams 2.0. And not only does, in my opinion, he get Cam Newton the fuck out of here and expose him, he gets all of HELLYWEIRD and everyone else the fuck out of here. And this man, if you have seen his comedy, has been the same since, for the last 30 years, he has been the guy that they have been trying to shut up. That is why I love him. That is why I honor him, because he is a real OG, and why I had to steal the sample for the show.
Don't you know I'm not finna do what y'all want me to do. Don't you know I'm not finna do what y'all want me to do.
Look at his face.
That's why you watch me.
Hey, look at his face. Look at this is the energy. Just so you know, Corey Holcomb, this is the energy. What does this face say? I just need you. What does that face say? Look at the grin. Look at the smile. This is the perfect freeze frame. This is the perfect freeze frame to give you an idea of who Corey Holcomb is. A lot of a part of the reason why I'm King Bao is because when the pandemic started, and even before that, I changed my name, obviously, to King Bao. And the reason I decided to do that is because if everybody can be what they want nowadays, then I am going to be King Bao. Bao.
King, long as my name in your mouth, it keeps making me think.
That's got to start from the beginning.
Bow, man, don't you hear the name of a king? Long as my name in your mouth, it keeps making me think.
If people can identify as cats and you can have men going into the women's bathroom and all that, then you're going to call me king and you're going to have to bow. That's it. Simple. And I started to really get encouraged when I saw people like Corey Holcomb living his truth. Because deep down, that is my spirit animal right there. That's King Bao's spirit animal. I just want to be tested. I want to be tried. And the reason I want that is so that I can absolutely guarantee not only you, but myself, that what I am speaking is 100% authentic to me. That what I am living and what I'm showing you is 100% authentic to me. And I just loved how this man could fearlessly live his truth, regardless of if Hollywood or anybody else fucked with him. And now he's one of the #1 comedians on planet Earth with one of the #1 live streams on planet Earth. He just had Jaguar Wright on. It was a phenomenal show. And now he's getting his props. And I absolutely love it. And Hollywood and HELLYWEIRD is falling.
Motherfucking King Bao. King motherfucking Bao.
So here's what we're going to do. We are going to watch this live all the way through because selfishly, I want to watch it anyways. And I figured if I want to watch it, I could have you guys watch it with me. How does that sound? What's up, Michael? Or definitely 100,000% professional production. Well done, bro. Where can we go listen? Album Undeniables. It's called The Undeniables. Yes. So The Undeniables. This is what the album looks like right here. We are the three goats sent to destroy all of HELLYWEIRD and lead the sheep back to the promised land of what is real and authentic. And we are undeniable. We are unquestionable. This is what the album looks like. GGOAT stands for Greatest Group of All Time, off of our first album. So thank you, Michael. We appreciate you being here, my friend. With that, we are going to start the live stream again. This is Corey Holcomb live on Cam Newton's podcast, and it is a fucking doozy. Enjoy.
Friday to have people live in their truth.
But you have to be responsible for having me on your show, because having me on your show comes with controversy. Where even though I am a stand-up comedian primarily, I'm also a preacher. I do things to give people the light without the Bible in my hand. Because I didn't read the Bible all the way through, but I did listen to it on audio.
But I'm a call cap on something real quick. You buy Gucci?
No, Gucci got an outlet store. I'm not paying top dollar for it. I just don't believe Stephen A. Smith is gonna say nothing in reality. He has to say what will make his boss happy.
Who has more influence, T.I. or Kim Kardashian?
T.I. was a platinum rapper. This bitch bust down for the game. That's all she did.
When you look at the BBL epidemic.
Because I know that's mental illness, to let somebody crack your ass open, put some Air Jordan shit up in there, and sew it back up.
Is there ever a situation where a female leads?
Never. Never. How the female gonna lead?
That's a form of sexism.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
Do you see how that comes off as...
No. Kim, you said you got a kid?
Yes, sir.
You don't make broken homes. Women make broken homes. Ain't no such thing as a man creating a broken home.
Will Smith and Jada, they've been open about they have an open relationship.
But Will like guys.
Huh? You can't just say that because that's slang. You're talking to a person.
I've paid for it.
We don't play like that. Sean Diddy Combs, Hugh Hefner. What's the difference here?
One black, one white. They're not gonna let you leave with the money. The people who are really in charge of the music industry killed our best artists. Michael Jackson was murdered. Prince was murdered. Whitney Houston was murdered. This is what I believe. I don't care how in awe I am of you right now. You are not finna tell me you up here for one person.
You're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that. You saying it ain't no other woman but the one woman?
Yes.
When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where's she a doctor at? Because I've done the research.
And it was what?
I don't see doctor nowhere.
Question, why do you support Trump over Kamala?
Well, I think you should know. I don't vote. I speak more for the bigot to show you who he is than the girl who a bigot and don't want nobody to know it. What they see on TV is bullshit. That's why it's on TV. Tell, lie, vision. I'm not one who goes around preaching hate, but I like to call out bullshit.
So again, if you are watching this currently and you're tuning in, this is Corey Holcomb live on Cam Newton's podcast. Absolutely crushed it. I watched a little bit of this last night, and I think the world needs to see it. I believe this is going to be the next Cat Williams interview, and I hope it is for him because Corey Holcomb deserves this. We have to keep giving light and shining light on those who are telling the truth and shining their light fearlessly, saying the things that other people don't want to say. And he gets Cam Newton the fuck out of here, and I think it is quite fucking awesome.
Hit that subscribe button.
Back to the show. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Cam Newton, the son, Mr. Boogie the R, here with another episode of Funky Friday. And I promise, I really do promise to give good content for the masses, but most of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna keep it funky for your asses. And nobody does it better than my next guest. He's an actor, he's a comedian, he's a radio host, and he also is a father. I present to some and introduce to others, Mr. Corey Holcomb.
What's up, baby?
You fly, ain't you?
Hey, I'm doing something different. This is colorful. It's something different.
What that is? What that?
It's that thing.
That's
I got it.
stiff.
Hey, Westbrook. This your, Russell Westbrook.
Shout out to him.
Honor the gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all start giving me free shit.
Yeah. Oh, you pay for that?
Yeah, I bought it.
You should.
I patronize the brothers who out here doing things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got it.
Yes, sir.
I ain't rich, but I got enough to go in the store and take care of what I got to take care of,
Right.
especially when a brother doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm a call Cap on something real quick.
What happened? Give it to me.
You buy Gucci?
No, Gucci got an outlet store. I don't fuck, anybody got an outlet store, I'm not paying top dollar for it. I go, Louis Vuitton ain't got an outlet store. They burn their shit before they give it to broke motherfuckers. So that's why I buy Louis Vuitton. Gucci got an outlet store.
No, they
Anybody buy, Gucci got outlet stores, trust me.
A real Gucci outlet store.
Gucci got outlet store. You don't know nothing about it because it ain't nothing for you to buy Gucci. But all the broke motherfuckers, they know where the outlet
What
store
the
is
outlet
at, don't
store
you?
is?
You broke motherfucker got on a Gucci purse. You motherfucker got it for half price. That's like not even having Gucci. Gucci on sale ain't Gucci. Motherfuckers, go ahead, my bad. I went off right there because I don't like outlet stores, but they charge us top dollar for it. I bought a Gucci bag, I think it was like $4,000. I saw it at the outlet, $1,500. I thought I was at the airport doing something big, but goddammit, they had the Gucci bag for $1,500.
Shit.
Niggas who ain't doing what I'm doing can afford it. It ain't worth getting it.
Shit, I went down a walk in New York and a couple of walks down the street in Atlanta. I seen a doggone Gucci purse. Would you pay for $1,500 or?
At the outlet, it was $1,500, but I paid $4,000
I
for
take
it.
you to a place that you pay $50.
They got the Gucci looking bags.
No, it's Gucci.
It's real Gucci? How's it real Gucci for $50?
It's, in your mind, it's Gucci. Shit. Got the same label, got the same all that. But to my point, I was saying, a lot of
That
times...
zipper ain't shit, though.
That's,
Zipper-
no. Oh, that leather strength, it's gonna be stretched out. It's gonna be stretched out, it's gonna be all out there. But what I'm saying is, so Honor the Gift is a black-owned business from Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Right? Oftentimes, a lot of people say, give me free shit, or let me get a discount, or let me do this, let me do that. Not to make it a big issue, but Honor the Gift needs your patronism. They need your money.
Of course.
When you go to Gucci, Louis, fucking Rolex, them niggas ain't gonna look at you and be like, I'm gonna give you 15% off because I really like you. They is just like, no, we're not bending. We're not negotiating with you. Either you can get it at store value or not. So it's a lot of hypocrisy in regards to having it and not having it. I remember one time a dude was actually here at Fellowship, and he was like, yeah, bro, every time I buy Gucci, they give me a discount. I'm like, bro, that's not Gucci.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't know who you know up there.
Hey.
Sometimes you got to hook up, though. Sometimes you got to hook up. I got to hook up at the airline. It's Spirit, but bitches who ain't been nowhere don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? So I put them on Spirit and bring them to come see me. I ain't this is Spirit, but I wouldn't fly that motherfucker. But, you know what I'm saying? It's expensive to fly girls where you want them to be, but Spirit is out there. As long as they ain't got a lot of bags with them, the flight is really $150.
Yeah.
But if you got bags with you, they be taxing your ass.
Purse too?
Man, Spirit, boy, they knock you upside the head. You want some water on that plane, they be like, well, credit card, please.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm really looking forward to the things that we're gonna cover over this episode of this interview. Or as I would like to call it, fuck the podcast. We just gonna have a candid conversation.
And didn't I tell you, give it to me.
Yes, sir.
Don't hold
Slow
nothing
down.
back.
Slow down. Slow down.
Oh, yeah, that didn't sound right, goddamn.
Slow down. Listen, we in this day and age now, we gotta make sure that everything is out there in the open so it ain't no type of...
No, everything cool. I ain't seen no baby oil since I've been up in this motherfucker. I swear to God, everything cool. If you don't make jokes about it, man, that means something wrong with you. Look, when something happen, you ain't never gotta rub it in. I don't like people who rub it in. But you gotta say something about the stuff that people think you're not supposed to say something about if you wanna be remembered. If you say everything that's easy to talk about, ain't nobody gonna remember that. You gotta say something. When you see somebody slip and fall, you make sure they good. After you see they good, you be like, get your pussy ass up. That's how you really supposed to do it.
But if they really hurt though.
If they hurt, you gotta hold a laugh in.
But that don't mean you ain't gonna laugh.
You gotta laugh, man. If you hold in a laugh, you're cheating yourself. A laugh is the most genuine thing that you can do. It's one of the, listen, when people come to my comedy shows, sometimes a lot of guys can't laugh because they are in a situation where they being ran by their lady. So they do this. Because, you know, I talk about things that they go through. It's just they feel like I'm not supposed to talk about it, like abortion. Bitches kill kids. Bitches kill kids more than anybody. So when I make jokes about this, I don't expect you to not laugh because your lady don't want you to laugh. You're supposed to laugh, argue in the car. That's what a real relationship is. If you don't argue with your woman, and every once in a while, don't ever hurt your woman, don't ever punch your woman or nothing. Sometimes you gotta hold her head to the glass just to let her know you're stronger than her. If she don't know you're stronger than her, she gonna talk crazy. Hold her head to the glass. That means even if she called the cops, ain't no proof you held her head to the glass. At least that's how I live. Hold her head to the glass. When they see they really can't lift their head, I mean, do this again, they be like, okay. That's what it's all about. Male dominance. You gotta establish male dominance if you care about your woman. If you're around your woman and she think that you are equal to her, you're gonna have to put up with the bullshit. Every girl I've been with over 6 months, head to the glass. Go ahead, Cam, my bad. I ain't mean to get carried away. I'm a little fired up because I'm here with you, brother. One of the best to ever do it, by the way. Cam Newton right here.
Is there ever a joke that's off limits in comedy?
Sometimes.
Like what?
Somebody just died and you know the person. Gotta hold off for at least a week. The funeral is the best time to crack honest jokes about somebody you love who passed. Like my homeboy, rest in peace, Scope Bubble from Atlanta. Everybody know him, or a lot of people know him. When he died, everybody was making jokes about the suits he used to wear and everything, but it was coming from a good place. That's why I'm saying you can joke about anything, but sometimes timing, like if you see somebody get hit by a car, and you be like, damn, his head said, that ain't cool. But later on, at the funeral or something like that, you can make a joke if you think it's gonna hit. But if it don't hit, just say, fuck it, my bad. That's what I do.
So you think talking about abortion is gonna hit every time, or it's...
The way I talk about abortion, everybody can't do it. Some people try, it don't work for them. In this business, Cam, I think I got you by some years. Well, I know I do. When you got people who are talented, you have to recognize their talent and understand talented people can't have untalented people around them, because untalented people will do things to sabotage the talented person just because they know they can't never match that. Like if you're a good swimmer and you hang with somebody who's not as good as you, they gonna try to do something to say you ain't swimming right or something like that. This might sound crazy, but this is real. If you got somebody around you who's not just as talented as you, on the same level as you, they're going to start getting mad just when they see you shine. That's how life go. A lot of people don't know that. In fact, them people who ain't as talented as you, they'll make you think that you are a bad person for displaying your talent.
One of my favorite comments that is up here. I love reading the comments before I start watching something just to get an idea of the energy that is going through. And since Corey Holcomb was one of my favorite is my favorite comedian, I went through the comments before I watched it, and one of my favorite comments is Corey turned this directly into the 5150 show. Yeah, if you don't know what the 5150 show is, definitely tune into Corey Holcomb's 5150 show live every Monday nights. It is absolutely hilarious. It's the best live stream on the internet next to mine. Cam acting like he ain't never met a nigga who talk like Corey. He trying to keep his endorsements. Facts. I never clicked a video so fast in my life. Corey has a cult following. So if you have never heard of this man, then there's a reason for it, right? Corey was amazing. It really disturbed me that Cam tried to water him down. Corey is going to speak his truth no matter if you accept it or not. Facts. This is the best guest you have ever had on. Atta boy, Corey. Corey ain't said one lie about Kim Kardashian being impactful, but her impact is negative. I'm trying to find the one I like. Cam slowly started realizing this train never had any railroad tracks. Nope, that's not the one. Oh shit, Corey 5150 chat goons. I mean, that has 1.8K. This is all Corey's fans coming in here and just blowing this chat up, and I love to see it. This is my favorite fucking comment. This like the square nephew who was raised around women and white people reacting to his black hood uncle. Cam need to hear this. That was fucking hilarious. Is that the one that I was looking for? Yes, here it is. Corey was talking that real shit about Kim. He really speaking for the real people out here. See, this is where it's like, even if someone is trying to dim your shine, it does not matter when you are real and authentic, because the comments alone here will show you that this is real energy does not lie. And Cam was low-key being a little rude. Now he's one of them. Hooray for Corey for being real and keeping it 100. See, I mean, comment after comment. The problem with this conversation is Cam is conducting an interrogation while Corey is cracking jokes. What the fuck, Cam? Relax. I don't think Cam was ready for this one. 5150, where is the comment? I really hope Corey blows up even more after this. He is this generation's Patrice O'Neal. Facts. Corey going in harder than Charleston White. So again, like the comments are always, I think Cam got his Cat Williams interview potentially. Yes, everybody should go watch this, blow this up. It's good to see that these comments are coming in crazy. And I think that this has only been out for 22 hours. Can't be mad at Corey. He's just who he is. This was a great interview. Love the real talk. Yes. So again, if you don't know who this man is and you're just tuning in, we're watching Corey Holcomb live on Cam Newton's podcast, live on King Bar Radio. Let's continue.
You back. That's my opinion and what I have seen. Every time I had somebody that wasn't talented up close on me, they wind up being my enemy. They wind up being somebody who despised me.
In the industry or just in personal?
In anything. If you go to an orgy with somebody, if that one dude can't fuck like you, he gonna say, oh, he stink. That's how it go. People who can't do it like you can't be right up there on you unless they put in check. Be like, look, now you know you can't fuck like me, so don't be mad later on, goddamn. Bring your girl around me either, because I know what's gonna happen. Because I know who I am. That's what you gotta do to people like that.
So
non-talented people got to get checked.
in that situation, you created the scenario. Do they go first or do they go last?
Well, it doesn't matter when they go. They're not gonna be able to do what you do. And that's what you gotta remember. If you're the talented person, you're vulnerable to the person who's not talented. The person who's not talented is going to hold you back because they know they can't keep up with you. I'm talking to all of the people who come with talent. If you come with some type of talent, understand the people around you, if they're not on your level, they have to be checked and put in their level.
Okay. So I see what type of time you on.
There it is.
But let me reel it back
Okay.
real quick. Corey, where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Okay. The real Chi-Town. Like, are you talking about Chirac, Chi-Town?
I
Or
grew up around all them 7-4 niggas. What up, y'all? Y'all good?
So when did we understand that, oh, I'm the funny nigga? And now understand this, there's a lot of things in our culture that, you know, being a funny nigga comes with his perks of like, oh yeah, that's Corey, that's the funny nigga. But also it's like, when you serious, it's like, man, nigga, relax. You the jokester, nigga. So how have you been able to balance that growing up in Chicago?
You can't balance it. You just have to, your work you put in is gonna determine who you are. I crack jokes, but I also say a lot of things that people can build off of. All of the time, people walk up to me and be like, man, you know what, I was going through it with my girl, but after what you said, man, I get it. It ain't nothing. It's just a thing. It happens. You get what I'm saying? So through time, I've put in enough work where even though I am a stand-up comedian primarily, I'm also a preacher. I do things to give people the light without the Bible in my hand. So that's the difference between me and the average preacher. The average preacher walks around holding the Bible. I make quotes that are Bible-like that I didn't even read out the Bible because I didn't read the Bible all the way through, but I did listen to it on audio. I don't know if that, is that the same thing if you listen to the audio if you
What
read?
version?
Whatever version was on that audio. It started out with Adam and Eve. Eve, you a funky bitch. We living in sin because of your ass, goddammit. Eating from the forbidden tree ass. Go ahead.
This ain't blasphemy?
What is blasphemy? What that mean? I heard of it before. I just want to make sure I know what it means.
Okay, so when you take quotes out of the Bible and you turn it in a way that it wasn't intended for it to kind of be.
So how was it intended? I said that just, I'm throwing it back at you.
Yeah.
The Bible is intended for people to read it. Now, my interpretation of the Bible, how can it be wrong? The first lie ever told was when the devil lied to Eve when she was out there in the forest without her man. He was like, hey, come here, bitch, you ever ate from this tree right here? Eve was like, no, we ain't supposed to eat that. And then the devil was like, bitch, eat the motherfucking apple. Then she ate the apple, she got Adam to eat the apple, and then God kicked him out the garden. This is what happens when your bitch is out there by herself. If your woman is in the street by herself, she is in danger. The devil is gonna get to her and make her do stuff she wouldn't have did if you was with her.
Oh, facts.
If you was with her, the devil would have been like, y'all want this? You'll be, hey man, go on with that bullshit, man. But if your woman in the street without you, the devil can get to her. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is my interpretation of the Bible. That's why God kicked them out the garden, because they ate from the forbidden tree. God was like, God damn, Adam, how you let the bitch eat the apple? You know, Adam was like, you gave me the bitch, what I'm supposed to do with it? So it went bad. Yeah. And we started living in sin. We didn't start dying until Eve and Adam both. They ate from the forbidden tree. He was listening to his bitch. You ain't supposed to listen to your bitch extensively. You supposed to love your woman, but if she talk too much, you gotta cut her off. Every time my woman talking to me, if she say more than 10 words at a time, I'll be like, just wait. God damn it, you're talking to me. You're gonna get me to listen to you. I don't need to listen to you. You throw me a text or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And I'll read it at my will. That's how it's supposed to go. You ain't supposed to have a long conversation with your woman. I know this sounds like it's crazy because you younger than me, Cam. You younger than me. I don't know how much I got you by.
See, for me, I don't judge.
You don't judge?
No.
Oh, okay, that's cool then.
No. So everything that you got going on, it's my job to ask you the questions. Your job to
fuck.
You can ask me questions too, and we just gonna have a funky ass conversation.
Like I said upstairs when we was first talking, I think you try to be a gentleman. I really think you go out your way to be a gentleman. This is what I think.
Okay.
I can't say it's a fact, but I think you try to be a gentleman. Do you know in this world that we live in now, that's gonna be held against you? Because you conduct yourself as a gentleman, people will talk to you like you stupid. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I know we was gonna get to the shit, but I saw a heifer.
I see where you going.
He judged me.
I said, no, I'm just trying to, we driving together. We gonna get to Dr. Brown.
You driving, I'm following you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I can't let you speed.
Okay, cool.
Because it's a speed limit here.
Okay, cool.
You dig what I'm saying?
We'll save it for later.
What I'm trying to ask you, you've made a joke about abortion.
Of course.
You've made a joke about the Bible.
Yes. Well, it wasn't a joke.
Okay.
These are facts.
Which is, that is subjective to how you think.
No, these are facts. Bitches kill kids. Ain't no doubt about it.
Okay.
Bitches kill kids.
Cool.
Is that a fact? I'm
Cool.
asking you.
I think it's a collective.
That's that gentleman bullshit I
No, it's just a fact.
Bitches kill kids.
It's a fact. So my question to you is freedom of speech dead in comedy, or should it just be something where the get out of jail free card was, bro, it's a joke, bro, like, shit.
I think some people take advantage of that, but freedom of speech in comedy is going to go down with people like me who don't care about being blackballed, cancel culture, all that shit don't bother me. Hollywood's scared of me, and I believe Hollywood is scared of me because you got an alpha right here who might speak his mind. And if you speak your mind in Hollywood, they're gonna get rid of you. Hollywood, you have to be controlled by the weak. The weak control Hollywood.
Facts.
The people who not really talented. The people who not really talented control Hollywood, they control the record industry. They basically run everything. The talented people are the people who don't make no money, but they create everything. In the end, you up out of here broke because you are one of the people who create. The creators don't really get money.
You're the mule.
Say that you're the mule. Well put, brother. You're the mule. All the people who making money off the creativity that's going on in the world are the motherfuckers who not creative. So when I get to Hollywood, I try to be as nice as I can, because I'm really a nice guy, I think. I consider myself a nice guy, but they see the potential in me to say what they don't expect people in Hollywood to have the guts to say. So I'm an outcast Hollywood-wise, but the streets chose me. That's why I'm able to do what I want to do, shop where I want to shop, because the streets chose me. I love the streets. What's up, y'all? Fuck them motherfuckers.
But as you're giving this surface level kind of, or an abbreviation of what you've experienced Hollywood to be, is there any tangible examples that you could say, hey, I'm gonna tell you a motherfucker who's extremely talented. He ain't getting paid what he's supposed to get paid, but Hollywood is using this motherfucker to blah, blah, blah.
That's everybody.
Like?
Listen.
Because I'm trying to weave through. I'm in this position to really kind of identify. I understand what you're saying. There's obviously certain truth to what is said, but not knowing your story may be different than my story or experience, so to speak.
See how Cam is just fucking capping for the establishment right now? Like, what has Corey Holcomb in this interview said that you can really refute? I mean, you might not like his delivery about the abortion joke, like women, bitches kill kids. Who gets the abortions? So again, like, you might not like the fact that how he described the story of the Bible. to his interpretation. That's exactly how it went down, though. How it went down is exactly how he's saying it. And HELLYWEIRD, we all know, is filled with people who bend over to get to where they are. So why would anybody at this point, look at his face here. This is absolutely hilarious. That's exactly how I would be looking at Cam too. Like, bro, why are you fucking trying to save the industry when it's falling and it's filled with butt fuckers? Like, it's full of people who are gobbling cock to get to where they fuck them. And fuck you if you're sitting here trying to cap for him. This is absolutely outrageous. I love that Corey keeps the energy everywhere that he goes. That's why he's my favorite comedian. Yes, Aaron Andy.
Cam, I gotta tell you something, bro. What you saying now, this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
You are programmed to think, let's make peace. But there is really no peace. It's people stepping on your motherfucking head and giving you scraps. Even though I'm sure when you played, you made some money. But it was scraps versus what you should have made. You should have had stock in the team in that little pussy ass town. And I love my people out there in Charlotte. The real motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying, the stadiums and things get filled up by people like you, people like Jordan, I'm talking about the standout talent. But you don't get the amount of money you deserve. You selling these joints out. You should have stock in teams, if you get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. The reason I'm bringing that up is to let you know, I'm not exaggerating at all. We don't get what we supposed to get because we are basically in chains. We're in ball and chains right now. But they give a couple of us a couple of dollars so we can shine and make people think it's something out there. But ain't nothing out there. We ain't got shit. They killing us in all kinds of ways. They putting crazy shit in the food now. And ain't nobody even checking them because we just live it out, live our time out, get cancer or something later on and die.
So is there any type of blockage to comedy, in your opinion? Or should it be a free world of, bro, in any type of creative process, I could talk about anything and should be able to talk about anything with how...
I think with comedy and all parts of entertainment, we need to go back to where there's talent scouts, scouting talent, and we get a chance to see the best of us instead of those that were chosen, like the industry plants. Our stars are chosen by the people who are in charge of Hollywood. We're not seeing the best talent. Trust me when I tell you. Some of the best are in the underground, and when they show up and you see them perform, you say stuff like, oh my God, this person is really stand out. I don't know why this person isn't higher up in Hollywood. It's because they don't fit in Hollywood. Hollywood hasn't chosen them because they won't comply.
Facts.
Or some comply if they got the opportunity, and sometimes later on in life they get that opportunity. But
You just said a lot, but one of the things I wanna kind of ask is, how long have you been in comedy?
long time, 30-some years.
30-something.
Yeah.
Seeing the dynamic of where comedy is now and where comedy used to be, how do you feel the state of comedy or entertainment is right now for you?
Adventure Diver, I agree.
It sucks. We're not seeing the best talent. We're seeing the people who are willing to do what they are told to do. That's what's happening in Hollywood. And it's gonna sound like bitter grapes, because I got people who I care about dearly who are doing well in Hollywood. People who have helped me. Like, oh man, Corey, come here. You know, they throw me a lick. I'm that dude, all you gotta do is crack the door open. I'm like, cool. Like Nick Cannon, for example, he put me on his show, and I knew this would be a good commercial for me, you know what I'm saying, for people to see me. But they got stuff that they can't show on MTV that I said, but it rocked the crowd. And you know, I've talked about this with Nick before, but I expect it. I don't fit into that. And I'm not bitter at all. I don't fit into that. As long as I got the streets, as long as the streets can come see me, I'll be able to eat. But I wish that Hollywood wasn't set up only for those who will comply. We need to create a Hollywood of our own because we can do it if we really want to.
You also said something in regards to contracts and we should be owed more, right? Cam's of the world to his impact to Charlotte, Michael Jordan with his impact to the overall NBA and sports as a whole. And even though the compensation is healthy, right? You see quarterbacks making upwards of $60 million a year. And now you see a situation where it's like, that isn't enough. But in business, everything is and should be negotiated.
Here's what's crazy about him saying that, right? He's one of those motherfuckers that made an outrageous amount of money to throw a fucking ball and run around. Like, I'm not saying these people aren't athletic. I'm not saying they're not talented at what the fuck they might do. But here's the reality. You're getting paid all of that money to distract the masses. Have you ever listened to a motherfucker talk after a game, like one of these star players talk after a game about their performance or yeah, it was a good game. We played hard and we got the job done today. That's all they're saying every fucking time. If you turn on one of the interviews, ESPN, Sports Center, they cover these motherfuckers every week, get paid millions of dollars. Even the Sports Center's guy, right? They get paid millions of dollars. They are inspiring kids to try to be like them because it's all a part of the system. They get you to play football in fucking school. You're getting CTE. You're becoming more retarded. I was one of those people that played football and wanted to play football in college and could have played football in college, but I chose wrestling instead because I want to fight mixed martial arts. I did the whole little thing to chase the fucking carrot. It's chasing the carrot and then it's funding the machine, and then the NCAA would make money off of you. And now they've opened it up to, it's now even worse because they've opened it up to fucking entitled kids making more money, and it's all chasing the fucking carrot so that they can distract people like this dude that then covers for the system that literally retardifies humanity because they got motherfuckers who are playing fucking football doing the same mundane stupid fucking thing. Like, if you took that skill and you applied it to anywhere else outside of the running fast, maybe for like 10-20 seconds, like, it's a useless fucking skill. Whereas, like, mixed martial arts, the reason why everybody watches it is because it simulates life and death. Like, that's an actual skill that can be used. Like, if you're a football player and you get a 130-pound black belt in jiu-jitsu, he's probably going to fuck you up because you're going to get tired and then that motherfucker's going to choke your ass out. And so the real sports and the real authenticity is shining through, and that's why Cam, even though he's capping here, the audience can feel it and see exactly what he's doing because Corey Holcomb is simply keeping it real. Fucking idiots. You get paid $60 million to sit around, throw a fucking ball, and then sit there afterwards and say, yeah, we played hard, we did what we had to do, we executed effectively, and we continue to do it. Your defense played good. You're getting paid $60 million. You're getting paid all that money to go, yeah, the offense played hard, they did good. And people say here, yeah, they play hard today. Eating their fucking artificial flavors, preservatives, and sweeteners. Like, this is how they retardify. And then they glorify people like this who sit there and cap for the industry. Fuck it all. Let it burn. Fucking idiots.
So if you feel like you won't stop, that's a negotiation that somebody has to be able to say yes or no. Now, in regards to entertainment, in regards to movies, in regards to anything, or even music for that particular matter. I think coming from where we come from, not having a lot, when we do get some, that's the restitution that we just was looking for. To just say, okay, bro, I got millions of dollars, I'm a millionaire now. Now I can get out of my specific circumstance.
Look, bro, there is no negotiation. You have been allotted this, and you're gonna take it because it's more than all the rest of you got. That's what they give us. They don't give us what we deserve. You'll never get what you deserve. You'll never make enough money to save your people. Remember that. But they're making enough money to save the people. It's just they don't want the people saved. They want the people to stay right where they are. So when you're negotiating with your agent or whoever else they have you talking to, they've got an amount they've allotted to you, and you're gonna take it because it's enough money for you to shine.
Facts.
And walk past all the people. When I first got over here, I went to get some coffee and I saw a man literally, when he was really in the garbage can eating in front of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I say, man, come here, man. Come here. And I gave him $100. I say, man, listen, just promise me you will get a salad and then you can buy whatever else you want with this. Put some green inside you. And of course, he was like, and I don't know if he really gonna buy the salad because he probably don't even know how much he need a salad, eating out the garbage can. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't have enough money to save them. Because there's a lot of that going around by this big Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough money to save the people. They made enough money to save the people off what you get. Save a lot of people. But they give us this, and we feel guilty when we around our people because we can't save all of them. All we can do is go broke trying to help some of them. You get what I'm saying? So when you say negotiate, we don't have the power to negotiate. We're allotted a certain amount of money, and you won't be making sense not to take it. Especially what you said, what they pay quarterbacks.
For sure. But even to this point where you're explaining survivor's guilt or survivor's remorse, shout out to LeBron. But what are we to do? Not work with the white man? Not work at Hollywood as a whole? Because there is a delusion here as a black man who is pro-black. Like in the famous words of Issa Rae, I'm going for anybody that's black. Straight up.
I believe you.
But when you speak on certain things in regards to black people look at it like, yo, bro, how dare you talk about black people?
Aaron, I wanna hit on something that Aaron said. Aaron says on Rumble, if you're not following me on Rumble, please follow me on Rumble because that's where I want to build, because all these other platforms got me shadow banned. I can't go live on Instagram anymore. Can't even fucking tag my King Bao Radio and King Bao TV anymore. I can't collab with posts because they got my ability to collab the fuck out of here. I gained 500 followers last week, and now I can't do anything with my King Bao Radio and King Bao TV until maybe the 20th, otherwise indefinitely. They don't fucking, they always try to get me the fuck out of here. That's what happens. So if you could follow me on Rumble, that would be great. But Aaron Andy said that, you know, we could probably save our people if we stop giving all of our money to Ukraine and Israel. And I agree with that, but let's go beyond that. If we did what Corey Holcomb said, like, let's say we stop paying motherfuckers like this to throw a ball around and distract society. If we could take all of the money from the NFL that generated from the NFL, we could fix all of homelessness in America. We could fix all of the veteran issues. We could probably actually fund our military to be up and stronger than any other military on the planet. Well, I mean, even if we stop funding all the black fucking budget projects and the fucking UFOs that they're building that are man-made, that, you know, like, that's a whole different conversation. But if we just took the money and stop playing fucking clowns like this to do mundane things, like get good at throwing a fucking ball and distracting the rest of humanity into retardation while the world falls apart, the world will be so much better. But instead, we got motherfuckers like Cam Newton capping for the industry, trying to fucking sit here and justify his behavior as to why he's not fucking doing what he needs to do to help more people. Fuck him.
I use my platform to entertain, to inform.
Oh, to entertain.
Impact. Also, as far as inform and impact, Under that should be accountability. I'm gonna hold you accountable. So whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, I do believe in accountability on all fronts, not just a black on black thing or a black and white thing. I'll speak on the truth in my vantage point, from my vantage point.
Talk about Israel.
And that
then.
doesn't necessarily mean that it's not opinionated or it's not subjective. But I owe a service to my audience to speak on things. So when you're saying pro-black, that don't mean you can't speak on black situations.
Of course. Listen, man, one day, there was a time in my life where I felt lonely, like, damn, nobody understand me, don't nobody see what I see? And then one day I listened to the Minister Farrakhan, just one of his tapes. And it was the first time in my life I ever said, wow, somebody thinks like I think. Somebody sees what I see. So when I say the stuff I say, it's never to say you can't do business with somebody white, Asian, Hispanic, black, whatever. You have to pick your battles. But I'm saying the reason we speak this stuff into existence, the reason I say this stuff on your great platform, because a lot of people watch it, is so maybe somebody can listen to it and realize you're not crazy, because they don't have this type of conversation on platforms that are ran by
Hollywood.
Hollywood, but it's not just Hollywood. We're talking about there are people who I call human haters. They don't like humanity.
You guys see what Corey Holcomb did there. That was fucking perfect. Cam tried to fucking, oh, don't say Jews. And Corey comes back and says, human haters, humanity haters. Look at his face here, too. He's just like, Cam's on that bullshit. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Don't you know, I'm not gonna do what y'all want me to do. Don't you know, I'm not gonna do what y'all want me to do. That's why you watch me.
I fucking love it. Oh, I love it. That's fucking hilarious. Look at his face. But yes, Cam is too afraid to say anything, and that's why he's controlled. Sad. It's fucking sad, and you can see it all over Corey's face.
I got that word from Chuck D, human haters. They don't like humanity. So even if you say something that might help the people, they weed you out and get rid of you. But see, we could say that on this platform as long as it is being allowed to be played. You get what I'm saying? That's why we're saying it. We're saving people just by making them realize, no, you're not crazy. What you see is really happening, because in this world, like if you tune in to ESPN, for example, I just don't believe Stephen A. Smith is gonna say nothing in reality. He has to say what will make his boss happy. See, here's a platform where we don't have to say what will make the boss happy, the boss being you, Cam, because your heart is in the right place in this situation, so you're not really stopping me from speaking freely. No. But I could not speak like this on a program like ESPN. That's why I've never been on ESPN.
Whoa. Hey, while I have you guys' attention, all college football fans, I need you to download the Game Time app right now. And the thing is, the closer it is to the game,
Shut the fuck up.
The cheaper the tickets. It doesn't matter what you're rooting for and where you're rooting from. If you want tickets to the game, download the Game Time app. And if you use the code FUNKY, you get $20 off your first purchase. Now, see you at the game. Back to the show. But you have to understand, too, what funds ESPN. And
what funds it?
Here we
it's
go.
Brands, it's partnerships, it's sponsors. That's how ESPN gets paid. First off, it's a public traded company, right? So they're not, if they're getting a...
He's laughing at him right now, and they didn't show that. That is bullshit. You can see he's sitting here being like, man, Cam is fucking capping. But they didn't fucking notice how they kept it on him as he was trying to speak that bullshit because they didn't want him to be seen laughing at him. Fucking, he's clowning him right now. And if you know Corey Holcomb, that's why it's fucking epic what's happening here for those with the eyes to see. And if you don't believe that people have seen it, look at this. Look at all the comments. Cam's face after Corey called Kamala fake. You can tell Corey struck a nerve with that one. I mean, it's just, this is the entire interview, and this is why all of this shit is falling, and it's fucking awesome.
7 or potentially 8-figure check from their sponsors, and you're saying something derogatory about religion, politics, abortions, the Bible. We don't want to attach ourselves to that.
ESPN is funded off the backs of people like you. Wasn't people like you, I ain't saying this because I'm in your face. I'm saying this because it needs to be said.
Facts.
People like you make ESPN watchable. If it wasn't people like you that they can capture and play on video, nobody will watch it. ESPN is funded off the backs of the people who don't really get what they supposed to get. The people who rich off ESPN are not the people who are creating the content on ESPN. We are the creators of all things people want to watch and see. I'm saying guys like us who stand out. Them people who get the big checks, garbage motherfuckers, spoiled kids. And you know who they are. Come on, we ain't got this. We know what it is.
I wouldn't agree with that, the garbage, the spoil, which is your opinion. What I would say is they understand what
Fucking
comes
faggot.
with me signing this check.
What a fucking faggot.
I can't, if I feel like, man, fuck Corey Holcomb and everything that nigga stand for.
Right.
Man, listen, next topic. Because if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it. A lot of people will bypass these hard discussions because, number one, they don't understand the game, or number two, they understand it and they're not gonna get entangled in the riffraff of what comes with how or what they're gonna say. I think the most
He is not saying
belittling
anything right
thing
now. He's not saying anything.
in mainstream TV.
He is trying to find the words to say, and that's what you see him doing. He's looking up to the fucking right now. He's sitting here, oh, okay, how do I fucking get myself out of this one? How do I still make my people look good? How do I, like, this is fucking pathetic. This is worse now that I'm watching it.
TV is for you to speak truth about something and it becomes offensive to somebody else. But it's the truth, and now you're forced to apologize.
Don't that hurt? And you ain't did nothing but said what you supposed to say.
It's real. But this is the reality of what people don't understand, right? Platforms like ESPN, platforms like Fox, platforms like CNBC, platforms like NBC, major platforms, TNT, any major whatever. And it also goes with entertainment or music companies like Sony, Universal, whatever. They have the power to shift people's thinking. They call it propaganda, okay?
So do you,
when you
bitch.
have things like words like nepotism, or you have words like sexism, there's a lot of truth behind that. But the storylines, right?
What is he even saying?
Impacted by a producer that's going to tell Stephen A., that's going to tell anybody that's on TV, right? Gail King. It doesn't matter who you are. They're going to tell you what to say or what's hot that you should say. Now, if you go outside of that and you say certain things that you personally believe in, and it may be the truth, you're going to have to recant that
What
if
is
it
this nigga
offends
talking
the
about?
sponsors or the people who are paying the money. Go ahead.
Well, you will recant it if you still want to be in that business. But there's some things that have happened on television, magical moments where people just stand on what's right. One day, Kenny Smith walked off the set on ESPN. I mean, on TNT.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. When the Can't Breathe, or it was a movement, right?
See, even though you get programmed, you still have a heart. Kenny Smith showed he had a heart because he couldn't take it another second with them acting like this isn't serious. This is real. And I can't smile it off no more. And I remember when he did that because I was worried about him because I thought they wasn't gonna have him back, because if you stand up for what's right, you are not part of the programming of television in most situations. So what I'm saying is, Brother Cam, when you talk about things, like I said something about abortion earlier.
Yes, sir.
And I said some things about the Bible earlier. Trust me when I tell you there's beauty in the dark. The stuff that people think you're not supposed to say, you really, listen, you are supposed to say certain things, because if you don't talk about it, the people will be programmed into thinking it's wrong to talk about it. There's nothing wrong talking about my interpretation of the Bible. There's nothing wrong talking about aborting babies. There's nothing wrong talking about it. It's just you're programmed to think, ooh, he said that. I didn't do anything wrong. I just talk about it. And there's a lot of people who want to hear about it. And you want me to tell you how I know that's true? Because I'm able to eat without being on any of those major media platforms that are out there. A lot of people want to hear about it. More people should hear about it. They should hear the point of view from people who have the courage to stay in the dark without the bank account that comes with working for those platforms, because those platforms, you can make a decent amount of money, as Stephen A. brags about all the time. He rich, but he broke. Oh. You rich, but you broke. Let me tell you why, brother. Because you know most of the stuff you say is what your boss wants you to say. They used to have a difficult way of getting that out there with certain reporters. But when they got us saying the dirt, when they got us talking about each other, this is how they get away with it. And if you ask me, Stephen A. leads the charge of us talking about us. Oh. That's just my opinion.
Okay, how do you...
Killing him. He can't even fucking...
Draw the line
He can't even fucking say
in
anything.
your world of comedy, being authentic to messaging. See what I'm saying? Like, how do you navigate between authentic and potentially offending people with what you do?
When you're talking to the people, man, when you've been doing it as long as I have,
right,
you don't rely on your routine no more. When I go up there, I got some routine I do. Yeah, because people really want, there are jokes. People be like, Corey, man, I really wanted you to say the one. So I give them some routine. But I talk to the people from the heart because I done perfected it because I've been doing this a long time. And I really am one of the people who is, in my opinion, I'm doing what I was chosen to do. So I can come from the heart and talk to the people and it be strong like the routine.
Mm.
Cam doesn't know what to do.
Been doing this, you said 30 plus years.
He doesn't even know what to say.
When you see the social media comedy in this realm, are you a part of it? Do you fuck with it? Or is it something that is like, that ain't real comedy?
When it comes to the social media comedy, I will say this, it doesn't always work when you're standing on a stage live in front of people who paid their money to park, babysitters and everything, and they ready for you to come with it. You can't perpetrate it. Online, you can think of something for a second and then just type it in. But when you out here in front of the people, which is really, it's interfering with the culture of this game. People now are paying their money hoping the show good when they go see the famous person from the internet. You get what I'm saying? But like I say, there was a time when talent scouts used to go out and recruit the best talent. So when they put this product out there, the product was proven and ready. But if I say an internet comic ain't good, it just don't it don't sound right coming out of my mouth. But I'm saying, there's not a lot of them who are ready, and unfortunately, they're put out there in the fire before they're ready, and people remember them as that. This is the time of the internet, Cam. People know us from what we're doing now. There are people who know you from this. They don't even know you from being the great football player you was. Right. I take that brother like Nate Robinson. I think didn't he win the dunk contest one year?
Yes, sir.
People don't know him from winning the dunk contest. People know him from getting knocked out by Jake Paul. This is what the internet has done. You get what I'm saying? So when you standing in front of that camera, you are putting yourself out there to be remembered as this. And I say this especially to the beautiful sisters who put themselves out there in a way on the OnlyFans side of the game. This is how you gonna be remembered. So remember what you're doing. Is it worth it? It might be for some people, you know what I'm saying?
But.
Here come the gentleman shit.
No, it's not the gentleman, it's just a different perspective.
I'll give it to me.
Okay, so we know T.I. as...
I know him as a rapper.
Okay, cool. Now, T.I. has ventured into comedy.
Yes.
You don't see T.I. as a comic?
I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I have never watched my brother T.I. perform. The reason I have never watched him perform is because I want some time to let it bubble. Let him get into what he's doing.
Facts.
Because I know he's just jumping into it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to judge it yet. I want to see him 5 years in. Then I'll be like, let me watch my brother T.I. do comedy. Because I know when it comes to rapping, he one of the best.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But it takes time. I don't want to see the open mic T.I. I've never said this to him, and I know him. In fact, I know him in a way where I'll be like, me and T.I. cool, you know what I'm saying? But I've never watched his set, not one time, because I want to see him grow and get that. There's something that happens in comedy and other things as well where you become on stage really who you are. When he gets ready to become who he is on stage and talk about the stuff, the elephant in the room, that's what I'm saying. The stuff that he might be like, oh, that's touchy, don't touch on that. When he becomes that, he gonna really have a lot to say.
So how can you give grace to T.I. for allowing him to evolve, but that girl on OnlyFans or that person that we've seen as a sexual entity or a sexual vixen, when she becomes a DJ, when she becomes a comic, when she becomes a sex symbol at a higher wave,
he's got limped it.
It's not respected.
Well, if you out here just busting down for the game,
I agree,
it's
adventure
not
diver.
respectable, Cam.
Cam
if
seems
you a
controlled.
girl and your whole thing, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this, I don't really want to watch you right now because what you're doing is something that I feel like it's a form of desperation. Does that make sense to you? I'm trying to make sure I explain it in a way where it's straight up.
It makes a lot of sense, but I do think your thinking is a little skewed.
How?
Okay.
Because I don't want to see the sister bust down?
No, because of one of the most impactful females in the world, when the world first came to know who she is, was because of a sexual act.
He's talking Kim
Trust
Kardashian.
me, I get that. The woman I love the most used to do some strange things. She used to do some strange things. And but she's evolved into something, so I get what you're saying. But
Hold on, stop. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian. Who are you talking about?
It's a lot of girls I know who used to bust down when they was younger.
Are we gonna keep it funky or are we gonna keep it funky?
I'm saying, like, the reason I won't put their name out there because it'll drive drama to them and they're not living that lifestyle now.
But this is how you can still make it make sense. I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to be...
No, I don't think you're trying to make it messy at all. I'm just saying,
I'm trying to add to the context because I don't want people to be assuming like, oh, that motherfucker...
Do you think Kim Kardashian, we said her name, that's why I'm using it. Do you think she's different now than who she was maybe 5 years ago when she was jumping from guy to guy?
At this particular point, we're talking about 15 years ago. Because 5 years ago, she was married. if my
That don't
circumstance.
mean nothing. She belonged to the game.
Yeah.
I remember when she was on that Tom Brady roast. I was like, boy, I can't believe they didn't let her have it. Because she was on there, I'd have been like, they ain't even had to rent out no big venue like that. Everybody could have sat in that big-ass monkey between her legs.
But she's literally, or her mother, has profoundly used that to catapult their whole
She hold out her fucking.
families.
She hold out her
You're
family.
absolutely right.
So it's something has to be said that, okay, Kim K, we know how we first came to understand who she is. But what she's been able to do since then has been nothing less than something that needs to be studied. And
Cam, the reason why she was able to
They way
do
were.
what
Call
she's
it
been able to do.
you
Hold
want.
up, hold up. Cam, the reason why Kim Kardashian has been able to do what she's been able to do is because she's a placeholder. She was the first girl that they used who was popular in the media to do some depraved shit and then essentially rebrand the rebrand. What do I mean by that? Not only is he right about Kim K, this is where Cam Newton is right. He's right about the fact that she has inspired a lot of ladies and women, okay? That to essentially look like her. Everybody wants to look like her. Everybody wants to have the Kim K look and the Kim K face, and her other sister is selling the makeup. Like, everybody's striving to be like the Kardashians, which is why they had their reality show, and reality TV was one of the biggest psyops for humanity, because now everybody felt like they could become a celebrity if they were given an opportunity to be on TV. And then they gave us social media, and then they allowed people to see how many followers that they could create as long as they were distracting humanity. But the moment that people like myself got 100,000 followers, they got us the fuck out of here because we were talking that real shit. Just like fucking Corey Holcomb is sitting here with this clown trying to protect people like Kim Kardashian, who was the first person to teach women essentially that you can be a fucking prostitute and then rebrand 10 years later, and everybody's gonna forget about it. You wanna know why? Because you're a better person now. And I'm not saying that I haven't done anything, but I stand on my shit. Yeah, I was a male stripper at one fucking point in time. Look at me. I fucking look amazing. But it took me a long time to have that confidence and do it. It took me a long time to get in a cage and fight and whoop ass and not even feel bad for it. It took me a long time to become who I am, to fearlessly share my fucking music with the world. Trust me, I get, and I'm not even rebrand. I don't even consider King Bao a rebrand. I just consider it me being my authentic self fearlessly in front of other people. Kim K is not being authentically herself, in my opinion, fearlessly in front of people, and that is what Corey is talking about. He's literally saying this chick jumped from dick to dick, and all of a sudden she wants to get people out of jail now, and you think that she's changed? You don't, respectfully, ladies, let's be honest. Let's have a real conversation. I love having this conversation. If Drake didn't have money, and let's talk about it. There's women like this now that exist. These dumb little chicks who are fucking rapping this rap song that are obsessed with fucking big black dick. How do I know some of these girls exist? Because I'm a big black king. So I've got to benefit off of the stereotype of being a big black king, okay? So I know that now there's white chicks out here that love motherfuckers that look like me. But here's the real. There's not a lot of motherfuckers that look like me. And I just fucking ripped ass on Cam, because I do that. I don't give a fuck. So, and I ripped ass on Cam, get it? I'm shitting on Cam right now. So, when Cam sits here and tries to cap for literally a known prostitute that got everybody to essentially become a hoe and normalize becoming a hoe after she got all these girls to essentially believe in her, That's why, in my opinion, OnlyFans exists now. That's why all of these girls are getting attention on fucking social media, and the algorithm is the way that it is, only showing ass and titties. If you go on threads, like on my threads, I haven't liked one of these fucking threads, right? I haven't liked one of these threads with the fucking girls that are just thirst trapping on there. But for some reason, my entire threads is fucking girls that are fucking thirst trapping.
Viral this.
I'm fucking up. I wanted that one. All it is fucking girls thirst trap. I haven't even fucking liked one of those fucking pictures. And yet here we are in today's world. Kim Kardashian continued to be celebrated. Why? Because when 15 years ago she was getting that monkey ran through on literally, she's still on Pornhub. And did you guys know she's still on Pornhub as an actor? And again, I don't watch porn. The only reason I know that is because I literally study everything. I study analytics with everything. I want to know who's the #1 artist. I want to know who's selling what. I want to know. She's still fucking up there. And I always find that interesting because the only way that you can be up there is if you're approved or you fucking approve it. So she actually approved herself being up there. Her family, her mother, or whoever the handler was that ended up getting that fucking porn out to the world of Kim Kardashian, they allowed it to happen. So think about that. Her mother allowed her to be hoed out. Which essentially is the blueprint of Hollywood. And Erin Andy said it earlier in the comments. She said, let's talk about how human trafficking is the biggest industry in the world outside of all sports. You can put all sports combined. Human trafficking and child trafficking, all that is literally a bigger, they're normalizing trafficking. They're normalizing prostitution. OnlyFans has normalized prostitution, essentially. Instagram has normalized prostitution. Now you just got to show your ass a few times on the gram and get picked up by a dumb motherfucker like this who's making all the money by literally just making you retarded. And then everybody strives to be more like retards like this when all they're doing is continuing to distract you. So more people buy into the distraction because that's how the women gain attention and then gain validation and feel like they're something, because people like him at one point in time, I'm sure he's now a woke motherfucker, but at one point in time, just like me, and I can authentically say, I used to dick him down.
Motherfucking King Bow. King motherfucking Bow.
Okay, your boy, lots of pussy. Why I have a lot of kids? That's me being real. That's just me being authentic. I don't share my energy like that anymore because I realize I'm the fucking prize. Okay? And if you want my fucking time and my energy, first off, you're going to respect me. Secondly, you're not going to you have to be on some type of a level to provide any type of anything, whether that's fucking emotional, intellectual, spiritual. Like, you got to be able to fucking meet me somewhere. Otherwise, I can't just give you my energy. What in the fuck am I doing that for? I can go make music. I can go do whatever. Creative energy, sexual energy is creative energy. That's why they want you to memorize dumbass songs like this and literally think it's cool to put yourself out there like that, so people like him will hit you up and you just become a part of the system that Kim Kardashian essentially founded.
Motherfucking King Bow. King motherfucking Bow.
Bitch, I do this.
I'm the one that's going to give her flowers because she's a media juggernaut.
But what did she do? Do you know who her mother is, first of all?
For sure.
Okay, so?
And so it was, who gets the credit, the mother or her?
The mother. She turned people that are talentless into everyday names.
Facts.
Because of her plug in the industry.
Okay.
Have you seen some of the people this lady was around? I'm talking about in the 90s. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian mama. She plugged.
Kris Jenner.
All them. OJ. I mean, the lawyer.
Kardashian.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this lady is connected to the industry. So yeah, she It's not nothing to hold up as beautiful. It's just, this is what they had to do to get that paper. They had to do dirt to get the paper.
But that's the game, though. So my thing is, it's
So why is he defending it? Why is he defending it? Did you see that? He literally just defended it and was just like, that's the game. That's what you got to do. Hey, I got to make rap songs that are terrible because it's what sells. It's what the labels are going to fucking play it if I talk about shooting and killing my own kind. And then you want to sit here and fucking say, that's the game. You want to sit here and say that it's the game to pimp out your fucking daughter and traffic her to the world and essentially sell out her sex tape. And then we wonder why she hops on dick after dick after dick after dick and then can't fucking keep a successful relationship or hold anything down. And what strives and makes women strive nowadays to be independent boss babes that has literally fucked up all of humanity's relationships in the Western world. Because they chase the image of being authentic and your career is more important than your family and all this other shit. How do I know that? I've experienced it. I've experienced it in my own, and I'm me. Look at me. Look at me. Listen to me. Some of you do. And you're like, wow, he did. See if it happened to me. Tom Brady. How many fucking powerful men have essentially got left? You ever thought about that in today's world? I mean, you don't see the same divorce rates that you do. Now it's 50%, right? Now it's way beyond 50% actually for the divorce rates. Where did that happen? How did it happen? Well, it's now, in my opinion, it's because everybody gets a second chance. Everybody gets a second chance. Doesn't matter if you're a whore. Throw that pussy around as much as you want. And hey, I am all about conscious sexual liberation. Meaning doing things with no shame and no fear because you have worked to become a person who can fearlessly live your truth. However, there are many people today that when you ask them why they do what they do, they don't know. They just take the ass picture because everybody else took the ass picture, and that's what gained the followers, and that's what gained the attention. And today, many people would choose attention over love. I refuse to choose attention over love. And every partner or every person I have ever tried to be with, I always ask them, is this for attention or is this for love? And if you don't know the difference and you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, or if it is for attention or love, then you're fucking lost in the illusion that gets perpetuated by clowns like this and fucking prostitutes like Kim Kardashian, and then rebrand it to you as acceptable. Quit being fucking retarded.
Motherfucking King Bao.
Let's get back to the show.
King motherfucking Bao.
Take from it, she's evolved, right? No different than T.I. has evolved. Rapping, similar to athletics, is a young man's sport. Would you agree?
Yes.
So
How do you compare him to Kim? I don't understand. That's what you
the
lost.
comparison is evolving. So we've known Kim to be a sexual beauty. We've known T.I. to be a rapper. T.I. has morphed, or he has evolved in expanding into comedy. Now, that sexual beauty is now one of the most influential females on this planet and is a business mogul.
Maybe it's something I don't know what's going on right now. You're telling me the girl who was on the tape with Ray J with the flat ass, and then all of a sudden her ass started popping, which her mother orchestrated. You know, her mama probably saw the tape. We got to get you an ass, bitch. But I'm just saying, you telling me she's a mogul in some way?
No, she is. Let's put the jokes aside. I'm
asking you to give it to me. Show me how she's mogul.
Definitely a media mogul by her involvement in just fashion.
Bullshit.
She's now trying to use her platform for good to dabble into prison reform,
because they know
as
that will
well
sell.
as representation of certain people who she may have felt got their wrongdo. And I
No.
think a lot of times people see one side, acknowledge it when it's another side too. So that's the comparison. I'm not trying to compare T.I. to Kim Kardashian. What I am saying is you have two people that started as one thing, or people knew them as one thing. They've evolved into something else. And in one case, we accept it in T.I., and then in another case, it's like, oh, well, she's still the chick that had the sex tape. But no, she's not that no more. Not to say that she's not having sex. I'm saying she has been able to leverage that as a situation as we once knew her as this. She's not that no more.
T.I. was a talented platinum rapper. Do we disagree?
No.
He came with talent. This bitch bust down for the game. That's all she did. And because of her connections with her mama, they able to stay relevant.
Facts.
What is Kim Kardashian finna do that's talented? Everything they doing is a play. I'm saying she's trying to get into politics and stuff like that because they're trying to stay relevant and keep that name in the air. But I don't see no talent from Kim Kardashian, but maybe she's talented in bed or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying, what has she done where you'll be like, oh, here's Kim Kardashian, let me watch her.
Okay, so
She's forced upon us because of connection.
This is my last thing about this.
You're getting eat up. That's why it's your last thing.
One or the other. Who has more influence? T.I., who has talent, or Kim Kardashian?
I'm gonna answer that honestly now.
Yes.
People like me.
No.
You want me to say what you want me to say?
No, I don't want. I want you to answer the question.
I was just gonna answer the question.
But don't go into this and that. Just say the answer and then explain the answer.
Okay, I'm gonna just go straight to it.
Yes, sir.
Every time Kim Kardashian is on the TV, I change that motherfucker. I don't know what the bitch talking about. I be like, oh, that a hoe is right there. I change the channel. I don't know what she's talking about. So if she doing something influential nowadays, I'm missing it because I'll be like, oh, that's the hoe right there. So that might be me. But that puts it out there in the game, boy. I'm here to tell you, I don't care what she is. I'm just saying. Do you know her and her mama do the same thing?
But you're not answering the question.
Okay, what question didn't I answer?
Who has more influence, T.I. or Kim Kardashian?
T.I. got more influence to me. That's all I'm saying. I would listen to him if he talk.
Yes, sir.
If Miss Kardashian was talking, I'd be like, bitch, how much to get that pussy? That's all I need to know right now.
Listen.
What you talking about, bitch?
As a native of Atlanta, I have the utmost respect for T.I. So do I have the utmost respect for Kim Kardashian.
Kim is
On the same
central
level?
casting. I like that.
In this situation, when you're asking a question, who has more influence, I would have to say Kim Kardashian has more influence than T.I.
That's unfortunate.
But we're talking not personally. I'm talking about just global presence.
I'm not saying it personally either.
Okay.
If Kim Kardashian, if it is a fact that Kim Kardashian has more influence than a man who sold millions of albums of what he said, that's a goddamn shame. Kim Kardashian ain't talking about shit. This bitch is hustling. Everything she do is a calculated move that is allowed. Please say that sentence one more time. Everything Kim Kardashian does is a calculated move that is allowed. So if you're listening to her, you're being misled. She has not proven herself to be anything that is moral and stand up where you can be like, here go Kim, let's see what she's talking about.
Facts.
People who watch her are unfortunately the young that are influenced by that lifestyle. It's a tragedy that she has relevance in anybody's eyes. I'm saying, like, what has she done to earn the respect to have more influence than somebody who sold millions of albums of what he's saying? Kim Kardashian having influence is a perfect example of why this world ain't shit.
Facts.
Especially in this Western world, it ain't shit. We listen, what the fuck is you listening to Kim Kardashian talk about?
No, see, this is, and I gotta stay here for a second because I think this conversation needs to be had. Kim Kardashian is responsible for impacting the look for what we deem or women deem as, oh, I want my body to look like this.
The bitches look ridiculous now.
No. But the reality is when we're talking about impact, right?
Cam is a little
Call
scared of
her
retaliation
or
from the
call
system.
it whatever you want. The
Adventure
impact
driver, I
is,
agree.
there was not a lot of people who looked like her that everybody wanted to look like. When you look at her sister Kylie, when you look at the BBL epidemic, it is in large part impacted because of Kim Kardashian. As one of the founding fathers of this thing where I want that Kim K look. They're not going to say it directly.
They look ridiculous.
But they're say, okay, boom, I want my hips, I want this, I want that. This was something that people wanted to look like. So,
And it all stems from not having self-love to be what the fuck you are, which is why I brought up what I did earlier about me. You see, I have no shame in any of my past. I can come on here and be fearlessly myself, in myself. I've never, you know how many times I've been accused of taking steroids? You know how many times I've been accused of being the Illuminati and being a fucking... when people look at me and they're like, oh, he's a part of the Illuminati. Bitch, I have 516 followers on Rumble right now. I say that with no fear, no shame, no nothing. I have 25 people, it says, watching me live on Rumble right now. You know, I have no... because I've seen what I can do being authentically myself. I know that they've taken 200,000 followers me from TikTok. I know that my videos should have millions of views on Instagram and Facebook, but they cap it at about, every time they cap it around 90,000 views on Instagram. You guys have witnessed the last 3 times I went live on Instagram here on King Bao Radio, I literally get banned 5 minutes into the live. I'm not even able to exist on these platforms because I'm being authentic. And when Cam is sitting here capping for all the women who got BBLs because they want to look like fucking Kim Kardashian, it stems from a place of not having enough self-love to be all that you are. You see, I love myself now when at one point in time I hated myself because I feel like I'm finally living and embodying the potential that is me.
Motherfucking King Bao. King motherfucking Bao.
You know, one of my girlfriends, Max West, she showed me a picture of her before she started working out or when she first started working out. And like a lot of people look at Max like now and they're like, wow, she's beautiful, world bikini champion, all these things. She showed me a picture of her like when I first saw her. And I was like, well, you do not look the same at all. And she's one of these girls that because of the work that she put in, became all she is today and is a beautiful human being. And she believes she willed herself into being all that she is. I did not always look like this. I got made fun of for being skinny. I got made fun of for my legs and was very self-conscious growing up because my fucking teammates would call me Broomsticks, right? Joel Broomsticks Bauman. That was my name on Facebook for the longest time. Then I had to embody it. I had to embrace it and just say, you know what, I can still be a state champion and a national champion in wrestling with broomsticks. I can still be athletic and fast and do everything that I am and do everything that I have by being all that I am. And so when all these girls are rushing to get BBLs and do this dumb shit, it's a fucking fact of our society. We have a pandemic of those that are not loving themselves enough to just become all that they could. Have you ever seen like a fat chick lose weight and all of a sudden she looks decent looking? You know how many fucking look at all the fat loss journeys. Go look at all the fat loss journeys on TikTok or on Instagram. The fat loss journeys, these people start out and you're just kind of, and then at the end of the fat loss journey, you're like, what if we actually grew into our potential? But many people gave up and just took the easy route. before they could even get there. What if you literally had to put work in to chisel away at like an art piece? Do you think like those statues that are fucking built or that they said were hand chiseled by these artists, how long do you think that took? It took a lot. How many times have you seen a fucking incredible drawing? I've always wanted to draw, and I watch these people draw, and they always start out and they say the outline is everything. They literally start out with circles and then lines. And then they start designing in the face and chiseling in the face. And then all of a sudden you got this a fucking amazing picture or painting or anything. What if that's you? And just going to the BBL and going to all these things, it will never satisfy your soul. I can be somewhat satisfied. I'm never satisfied. I'm always growing. I am always becoming more and growing because growth is the infinite principle of the universe. But what if the BBL was not the way? What if the way was you? Back to the show.
When you're back, yeah, morally, was it right for her to come on the scenes doing what she's doing? No, but that's not to negate the impact that she's had in society today.
But if we don't say it's a tragical impact, we're not doing the people a favor. Bitches look ridiculous trying to look like these girls. They got before pictures of how them girls look. Now they have perfected a superficial look that unfortunately girls don't even go take the garbage out with putting on all they fucking, I call it their uniform. They glamour face. The shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to perfect yourself in a way where you don't have to go and get on the plane and go over there to the Dominican and get your little inner tube put in your ass and they think that, I'm gonna tell you something, all you beautiful women out there, if you change your body into something like that, I promise you, in the eyes of everybody that count male, you just a fuck toy. You ain't nothing that nobody finna hold up. Learn how to perfect what God gave you because it looks better that way than to walk around with all this nonsense going on with you. Because I'm telling you now, I just don't know I just don't know a lot of girls who did that who are truly happy because I see them when I'm through with them. They don't want their wig to come off. They don't want this to be seen and all like that. It's Kim Kardashian and her family have negatively impacted so many women in this world. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you would never hear this on ESPN because that's how they want you to look. They want you to look like a goddamn fool with all that shit on you where you just don't look right. You look like something that's put together to be fucked instead of something that's put together to be cuffed and loved and be with forever. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, Cam, I get what you're saying. Her impact, you can't deny it, but it's a negative impact.
Facts.
And somebody gotta say it.
Yes, sir.
Them bitches ain't shit. I'm just getting it to you. I might not be liked by a lot of people for what I'm saying right now, but the people that count, they're gonna be like, he making a point.
What the fuck could Cam say to any of this? Nothing. And that's why the real and the authentic will always shine through.
Man, don't you hear the name of a king? Long as my name in your mouth, it keeps making me think.
Motherfucking King Bao. King motherfucking Bao.
I'm going to keep this live a little bit shorter. I was going to watch this whole thing, but I want to make sure I can clip this and I don't want it to go over too crazy. And if you want to continue to watch this, you can watch it on your own, but we're going to finish up on this. We're going to finish up on this Kim Kardashian clip. But again, let's get into story time. You guys want me to give you story times? If you're watching this on Facebook, Twitter, and Rumble, and you want me to give you some story time and how this actually applies and has applied in my life, put some fucking ones in the chat. Say story time or put ones in the chat. Let me know if you want some story time on how I can absolutely 100% verify in my life and in my truth that Corey's spitting complete facts. Who wants it? Whoop. Maybe I'm not supposed to give you guys story time. I just dropped the fuck out of my spliff, my sagey spliff. We got some sage, we got some mullein leaf. And to the bitch that fucking commented today, oh, you're not hitting it. If you're gonna smoke it, hit it. You look like a cornball because you're not hitting it. Bitch, who do you know that fucking smokes a cigar like weed? Majority of this is tobacco, you retard. Like, what? Who wants some authentic story time? Okay. We got some story time, adventure, Aaron, Andy. Okay, here we go. So how do I know that this is real? I mean, I used to have I used to talk to this one girl who was in the beauty industry. And she was in the beauty industry. She did, you know, like she worked in one of those places that does like Botox and like all that. And like, to be completely honest with you, my whole thing when she was in my life was like, I don't plan on being with you. And I'm letting you know that. And I let her know that, I thought, off rip, because there was a lack of self-love. But if you're going to exchange time and energy with me, and, you know, I can call you up whenever and just say whatever, and you can come here and throw cheeks, I would do that. And she always was like, you know, trying to be like, well, why won't you date me or why won't you claim me? I can't claim you because it's evident that you don't love yourself, okay? It's evident that you don't love yourself at the level that you would need to for me to have faith that your tendencies of not loving yourself will not somehow play out into this relationship. Meaning if someone doesn't love themselves like at the level that they need to, or you love yourself more than this person, you're going to, like Corey Holcomb said, start authentically outshining them. And that's going to make them a little bit nervous. Like when you start winning or you start getting out there, that actually is going to trigger their subconscious mind to start self-sabotaging and start sabotaging the relationship. I explained this verbatim to her and I said, I can't bet on you long term. Like I can never open my heart up to you fully in that regard. Like I can give you love and I can give you love, but I can't sit here and like commit a future to you because it's evident that you don't even love yourself. Like you're just here, like you're here to get bust down. Throw the cheeks, shut the fuck up, and don't act like that's not what it is when I know you've got hundreds of bodies on your resume. And I know that you've done things with a lot of people. And I know some of the people that you don't, like, just don't act like you're not what you are, right? Like, let's not act like you're not what you are. Because I am going to appreciate you for what you are. There's a reason why Pornhub exists and why whores like Kim Kardashian have always been sought after by powerful men. You want to know why? Because normally a powerful man is a busy man, and normally a powerful man is a man that has his heart either guarded or protected by a woman, right? It's either protected by a woman or guarded from women. Most successful men that you know don't open up their heart. They have women maybe in their lives, but they're not necessarily committed to them. And the reason that they're not committed to them is because they're not willing to sacrifice their kingdom and what they're building in exchange for a woman who sabotaged it or will sabotage it. Look at the world today. How many men, I just told you, I've been one who has been left by women that I have loved and who I tried to give everything to, but they left me for whatever they felt was a better option, only to ever crawl back to me when whatever they had was not what they believed that it was. And that is exactly what powerful men protect themselves. So instead of committing my heart to you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you through a gauntlet of tests, and I'm going to let you either match the energy and entrain to my frequency, or excuse yourself and prove me right as to why I shouldn't be committing my heart to you. I'll give you some dick. I'll clap your cheeks. I'll fuck you. But I'm not going to sit here and give you my energy. Well, here's what happened, right? Continue to talk to her. She actually, like, we talked for a little bit, and she actually was the first one. Talked for a few months or however, 6 months or something like that. And then she ended up, going away. And then lo and behold, a year or so later, comes trying to come back in. And you know me, I'm like, okay, hey, yeah, you're around. You want to come back around? All right, but here's what it is. This is what it is. Because we always used to get in fights because she did she did the Botox, she did all these things, she did all the, she wanted to get surgery on her boobs and stuff. I was just like, why do you do that? Stop wearing makeup. You look so much better without the makeup. Did you know that? Like, you look so much better. No, she used to be one of those girls that, like Corey said, couldn't leave the house without her uniform. And I was just like, you don't need to do that. I actually find you more attractive when you don't do that. Did you know that? What? No. And I'm like, guys actually like you more when you don't do that. And she couldn't understand that. She was too far in the game, right? Too far in the game. Long story short, the second time she comes back around, I give her a lot more time than I did the first time. Now, it was time that I had in my spare time when I'm not doing anything. And there'll be times where she might come here and I would just hang out. She would watch me work. And then it was just a matter of like, okay, go lay down. And then she goes, lays down. And then it is what it is, right? Wake up and leave. Okay, cool. Awesome, right? But would always get so upset. And long story short, guess what happened? She found a way, as I was continuing to do this, to walk herself out the door. And then she always wondered, and ladies, if you get ghosted by men who you are maybe looking to be with or trying to get courted by, the reason you're not getting courted by them is they can feel the insecurity leaking out of you that will ultimately have you self-sabotaging the relationship. I would always tell this chick, real shit, I would always tell her, I can't commit to you when I know your tendencies from the past. Meaning, you've given pussy to gentlemen who are way less than what I believe I am. So if you've already for free given pussy to men who I would consider losers, why in the fuck would I ever commit to you? Come over, shut the fuck up, take this dick, and leave. Because ultimately, that is the energy that you are reflecting and showing me that you want. I'm not retarded. I know you talk to other dudes right now. Why are you sitting here trying to get me to commit to you? You're talking to other dudes right now. Shut up, come over, take the dick. Because ultimately, all women today got a backup plan or a second option. And I don't believe you. I don't believe you unless you pass the tests. And that's why men test. Smart men. What some would say, high value men. I will just say, effective men. Effectiveness equals success. And so I believe I'm effective. I haven't made all the money that I've wanted to make, but it's never allowed me to not get women. It's never allowed me to not fuck hoes. However, I have also seen women who know I am beyond the men that they associate with, not even try because they know based off of who they associate with, they probably shouldn't have my time, my energy, or take dick from me because they themselves know that they're not necessarily maybe living a life that's worthy to receive my energy. So they won't, even if they want to, they might not even allow me to bless them, even if I wanted to, with something. So again, men, just continue to be authentic. Continue to be all that you are. The fake bitches will always excuse themselves from the room. And as long as you're just living your authentic truth, you will always be more attractive to not only them, But just in life, attraction is everything. You attract everything that you are. And this is what I used to tell the other chick. You attract what you are. And based off of what you've attracted, how in the fuck, why would I want to commit to that long term? Can't. Okay? I got to commit to me. But in the meantime, in the short time, I'll give you love. I'll love you unconditionally, right? But don't expect me to give you everything that you're looking for when you are still looking for the love in you.
Motherfucking King Bao. King motherfucking Bao.
Best show on the fucking internet. Story time complete. And look at his fucking face here. He can't even take Cam seriously. All right, just being a cunt. There we go. Look, he can't even take him seriously.
You know I'm rebellious, so I have to ask another question.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
You've never fucked nobody with a BBL?
Yes, I have fucked a girl with a BBL.
Okay, so I'm giving you this from the narrative of what I've seen from Dr. Umar, right? He said in large part, women are getting these...
How was that story time, by the way?
...additives to their body, I'm paraphrasing here, because that's what men want. So on one front, you're saying like, yo, being natural, work with what you got, that's cool. But when a woman sees what a man wants, that's the look that they're going to get. So they're just trying to be sought after by a man, because if you want a fat ass, if you want perky breasts, if you want, you know, good teeth or certain things that looks good or that's satisfying to you, they're going to get it. And that's not a natural look, or they don't have the time, discipline, or effort to get it naturally. So they want instant gratification. So how do you get mad at a woman for wanting that, but that's something that you are also attracted to?
Well, I'm not mad at them for whatever they do, but I'm here to tell you, if you walking around here with a body that's superficial, you're gonna get superficial results. I promise you, you're gonna get superficial results. Every girl, I had the girl, she got the BBL. I was there for her when she got off the plane. I nurtured her until the blood stopped coming out of her ass. I was there for her. And in the end, it looked good, but it looked good for fucking.
Facts.
Not for keeping and creating a legacy with and trying to be with you. I'm not trying to be with you. I'm trying to fuck you and give you a couple of dollars because I know what to keep you around. If you went and got a BBL, it's because you don't have the confidence to face the world as you are. And it's okay. You're just not for a man who is really trying to make sure his legacy with a woman is something that is not trendy. I don't want you to be a trendy thing in my life.
Facts.
If I'm looking for somebody that is going to be the mainstay, it's probably not gonna be a woman with a BBL.
Yes.
Because I know that's mental illness, to let somebody crack your ass open, put some motherfucking Air Jordan shit up in there, and sew it back up. That is not a mentally stable woman. Bitches with BBLs crazy than a motherfucker. But you can fuck them all day long.
Facts.
I like looking at the BBL when they wash up in the sink.
Last thing, you said that's the plan to get fucked, not the plan to get cuffed.
Of course. Do you disagree with that? I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but I'm just saying, a woman who walking around superficial, I don't think she can get a man who is intelligent and out here doing what he's supposed to do, living his reality, living his real shit. You're not gonna get that man. You're gonna get that man that's looking for something that he can get whatever he can get.
There's not a lot of places that you can be respected in with a, I would say, I use respect very, probably should not use that word. But
Take it back then.
I'll take it back. There's not a lot of places where it's accepted for you to show up voluptuous. Is it voluptuous or voluptuous?
Voluptuous?
Voluptuous. bulging breasts, bulging buns, and just that's, okay, you're talking to a man that, yeah, I could go to Magic City, but I also can go to the White House. Okay.
The White House, what you mean, where the president be?
Yeah.
What's at the White House?
You ain't never been to the White House?
No, I've seen it. I drove past it.
Okay, well, you're talking to a person that I can go to the hood, but I also can go to a boardroom. Okay, I can go to the hole in the wall, but I also can go to the red carpet. I can go to, you know, Turks and Caicos and, you know, have one of those, you know, a good time, but I also am needing somebody to go to a boardroom meeting or a foundation meeting or a, you see what I'm saying? There's levels to.
The homie Willie D called those women. He said they gotta be ready for the show. The show is when you walking with me. You gotta be ready for the show at all times.
Facts.
If you ain't ready for the show, I can't use you like you wanna be used.
Facts.
A woman who ready for the show, who can go to, you know, this and that.
Yeah.
Women need to be ready for the show, especially when they out with, as the late brother said, a high value man. If you're not ready for the show, you playing yourself if you're around somebody who's of caliber. And I think they need to be taught that. Yeah. You can't be at the airport with a bonnet on if you out here with me. You just can't do it.
You can't.
And if I
fucking
do
not love
allow it,
yourself.
trust me, it's a diss to you. Because if I care about you, I ain't finna let you run the streets with me like that. Yeah. You can't run the streets with me like that. You gotta be ready for the show. You see that picture right there? He got a picture of Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X. They ready for the show. Look at them. They just out in public. They ready for the show. If you a woman and you want to be cuffed, chose, put up there on his pedestal, you gotta be ready for the show. And I'm not saying a BBL don't mean that you're not ready for the show. Right. But what I'm saying is, if you got a BBL, you can still be ready for the show. But when it's time to choose the queen, you probably gotta go. That's all I'm saying. When you're ready to choose the queen, you gonna choose the queen with the BBL? My bad, that was a BBL bitch right there. What you gonna do? I'm saying, I believe I'm putting something in your mind, Cam, that you never thought of.
Oh, no, trust me.
The BBL can be the queen?
No, trust me.
You can marry a crazy bitch.
BBL don't mean you crazy.
How is it not? Do you know what a BBL is? Do you know the procedure of getting a BBL?
Understood, but you know, it's like, since we're keeping it fun, it's almost like dosage of steroids. Like you can get, or let's say coffee, right? So you could get a Frappuccino. That's just a little bit of coffee. You could get latte. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to get a straight, full, whole cup of espresso, that's a lot of caffeine. And it's going to impact you in that type of way. I'm not opposed of body shaming. I'm not saying that, oh man, anybody who gets fake anything, from liposuction to Botox to, no, it's within reason. Just make it look natural. Just don't make all the eyes around you to be like, yo, did you see that motherfucker's ass? Because that happens with a natural body. That happens with, damn, she's gorgeous. Look at her titties. She got some. That can happen regardless. So I'm not sitting up here saying, yo, if you get a BBL, you're stupid. No, what I am saying is just make it be like make it make sense.
It's a form of mental illness, brother. If you crack your ass open and put stuff in it, you a crazy bitch.
But do you keep the same energy with fake titties?
Fake titties? I don't like fake titties. They feel like wintertime dirt.
But do you say the same thing about any type of Botox enhancement to whatever?
Well, Botox, in my opinion, is not as aggressive as ass that's been dug open and
But
stuff.
there's many different
But there's-
forms of BBL. Like you could get Botox in your hips. You could get like there's certain procedures that it's not, when you say BBL, it's many different forms of enhancements. That's what I'm saying to you. And my thing is, just keep it cute, baby. I'm not sitting up here trying to go from a cup to a double D. Like, that's, Jesus Christ.
Cam, if a woman walked up to me and said, motherfucker, I was hustling when I did this. This is what I had to do to get it at the time. I was hustling. Do you know that opens up my mind to make me see, okay, I get it. You was hustling. You was out there lost without your leader, which is a man.
Facts.
You was out there. I can understand stories like that. But most women get BBLs because of vanity. It is not nothing to do with their grind. When you out here trying to make it, man, you would do some of anything, man. I used to do dirt when I was a young man trying to get some money. I grew out of it because it wasn't in me to try to always sneak the next man. It wasn't in me to do it like that. So I wasn't real at it because I always felt like I'm doing some dirt. Vanity is dirt. It's a major sin. You know what I'm saying? If you out here getting the BBL because you want to look a certain way, you a crazy bitch and will be treated as so in the long run by me. That's just me though. You ain't got to worry about me though. I'm just one man, goddammit. Shit, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers who think your BBL is, I'm gonna marry her. That girl got a big old booty. She got it done. Get you one of them motherfuckers. They ain't shit either. If your man is with you because of how you look, that's a major red flag. If you find your queen and she looks good, that's a blessing. But your queen should be chosen not by looks, by the quality of who she is. So all these girls with BBLs, yeah, I'll fuck them. You marry a girl with a BBL, something wrong with you, man. I know a lot of people who tried it. It don't never work because you marrying somebody with a mental issue. They crazy.
Is this you being funny or is this really how you feel?
This is the real, brother.
Say less. Can we get into our game?
Come on, let's do it.
That right there is pretty much all I wanted to come on here and get into. I actually got to change the date because it's now the 20th. So let me do this live. It is now October 20th. We went into the next day, but I felt like that was important. We're going to change this one too. I felt like that was important to watch and get into because I feel like it exposes. He can't even, like, that is, I love doing these freeze frames because you can really see the energy of what is. This man just tried to cap for Kim Kardashian, essentially normalizing prostitution and rebranding the rebrand. He tried to cap for women with BBLs when ultimately I do believe it is a mental illness. Obviously, the woman that I was giving my time and my energy and my love to didn't love herself enough to just be what she was. And she said that she wanted me to be with her, but then wouldn't do things to comply with what I wanted, which was don't touch yourself and love yourself more and work to become better and all you are. And if someone, you're going to get mad at someone for that, you deserve what you are.
Oh man, don't you hear the name of a king? Long as my name in your mouth, it keeps making me think.
Motherfucking King Bao. King motherfucking Bao.
And this was King Bao Radio Saturday Night Live Watch Party, Watcher and Corey Holcomb. There's still about an hour or an hour and a half, a little more than an hour and a half left of that. If you want to watch that on your own, definitely do so. Give Corey Holcomb a follow. 5150 show live every Monday night. It's my favorite live next to mine. And that's what it is. I do everything to save children. I do everything to fight back against the illusion. That's why I don't appreciate people like this. That's why I don't appreciate HELLYWEIRD and all the weirdos in there who had to bend over and suck dick to get to where they are. I never had to do that. And I will refuse to do that and continually refuse this illusion that some people want to play in.
before, but I love me a threesome. DM a delete it, she my little secret.
I will authentically continue to be myself to hopefully attract those that are on the same frequency, that love themselves enough to be all that they are fearlessly, like this man, Corey Holcomb. You saw it. And this, I hope, is his breakthrough moment. Definitely go give that a watch on your own time. Finish it up. And I love and appreciate you all. This was King Bao Radio. Again, if you want to help me save kids, please go to savekids.life. You guys know that, again, we help people biohack their body back to optimal with food technology. Corey was right. They're trying to kill you. They are trying to kill you through everything that you do, the food, the perfume, everything that you put on your body. It is not good for you. This is the war that I actively fight against. And you can biohack your body back to optimal by going to savekids.life. And if you want to contact me directly, you have a question for me, I do not respond to DMs anymore because I just figured there's no reason to. Why? Because I then have to play either favorites, or I don't give all of you the time that I need to. I know that we talk here and you see that I respond to all the comments on here, or at least try to. I used to do that in my personal life on social media, and then it got draining because then you got to respond to 100 messages, and responding to all the comments is hard enough to try to battle the algorithm. But if you do want to contact me on MINNECT, MINNECT. You can see the link right down here. You can ask me any question and I will get back to you. Guaranteed response. All you got to do is essentially book me through that and I will get back to you ASAP. I have 100% respond rate, so definitely please give me a question on MINNECT. I appreciate and love you all, and we will see you next Saturday. This is the greatest live stream ever. You want to know where you and I can have our most uncancelable conversation? MINNECT. That's right. King Bao is now partnered with Petcher Beck David, Valuetainment, and MINNECT. What's MINNECT, you ask? MINNECT is a place for you to get a guaranteed response from me. Choose from the options of either a text, video response, or even set up a call. Download MINNECT, search for King Bao, and I look forward to talking with you all. Back to the show.